One of the nice things about being a financial advisor is I was given a peek inside of the lives of various clients at different net worths. And in today's video, I want to share what does the life look like for somebody with $2.5 million versus $5 million. And your numbers might be different. You'll be able to use this video to help you understand, does sacrificing to get from where you are now to that next level, is it worth it? Because we all pay for getting to that next level. We all pay for that in what I call the youth of our senior years. We pay for that in years of our life, and I want you to see, is it worth it? So let's jump in. Again, I'm going to do an example of a family with $2.5 million and a family with $5 million. And I'm going to use a free online tool to help me go through this called Honest Math. Okay, so let's jump in and let's talk about this. The first thing is it has 4 sections. This is a very high-level tool. It has 4 sections. You can follow along as I do this. And instead of using the couple's name, I'm just saying $2.5 million. They're 65 years old. They're married. But importantly here, you can see the Social Security is $7,000 per month or $84,000 a year. Where do I get that from? For that, I want to go to the Social Security website, ssa.gov, and they have an article. What is the maximum Social Security benefit payable in 2025? And they say the maximum at full retirement age would be about $4,000 a month. If you retired early, you'd get about 70% of that, about $2,800 a month. And if you waited until you were 70 years old, you'd get the max check that anybody can get right now, which is a little over $5,100. So at age 62, you get 70% of your full retirement age. This chart shows everything. I'm using somebody that's 65 years old, so they're going to get 86.7% of that number, that $4,000 a month, which would be almost $3,500 a month. I'm assuming there's 2 of them working. I'm also assuming that they're getting the max Social Security because their net worth is so high. Again, you can change any of this. Okay, so we added the personal information with that $7,000 a month for their Social Security. And then for their portfolio, let's start with the $2.5 million. I'm putting that in. Everything else is just the defaults. Then you can see here the settings. I'm leaving all of that as the defaults. And then the expenses. And you can see here, I've got their regular expenses at $12,500. And importantly, that's an after-tax number. So Honest Math is doing a calculation of what they think your taxes are going to be. And so now I'm going to show you the result of that. So we entered the 4 sections. Now we get to see the results. Is this good? Are they spending too much? Could they spend more? Before I go there, though, I want to talk about what are the 2 biggest expenses for retirees, because many of us underestimate them. And one is taxes. And the second is our medical expenses. And according to Fidelity Investments, unfortunately, once we're age 65, like this example couple is, Fidelity says we need to budget $165,000 per person for the remainder of our life after 65 for costs above and beyond what Medicare is going to cover. So making good decisions on Medicare is key, which is why I'm proud to partner with this video sponsor. It's Chapter. They provide free Medicare advice to consumers. It's free to you. And the reason I'm proud to sponsor them is they've got a high level of expertise, and even more importantly, they're focused on what's best for you. None of us want to call a Medicare advisor and be sold something. What you want is somebody that's going to listen first. What's your situation? Understand your situation, and based on their expertise, recommend what's best for you. And that's why I'm proud to partner with Chapter. I feel they're that type of company that's going to recommend what's best for you. I've also gotten comments like this under my videos. This is a comment from a viewer, and they said, Chapter, pleasantly surprised. I called thinking they would just try to push hard on some Advantage plan. The guy did not. He actually said that original Medicare and a supplement were the best choices. Not sure how he, Chapter, makes any money off of that advice, but their street cred sure goes up with me because I didn't get the expected car sales guy type pitch. I don't want you to get a car sales guy type pitch. So I encourage you to give Chapter a call at this phone number here. Talk to an expert that has your best interest in mind, or you can use this QR code here or go to this link. Thank you again, Chapter, for sponsoring this video. Okay, we left Honest Math and we're about to see what the results of that are. As a reminder, they're spending $12,500 a month. They have $2.5 million, and this is the result. And I can tell you as a financial advisor for over 20 years, this is the type of result that people in this category would like to have, or maybe even more, even better. Let me tell you what we're looking at here. This is a Monte Carlo simulation, so it's simulating 10,000 different outcomes of the stock market. Maybe you get lucky and you get good stock returns early in your retirement life when your account balance is the higher. And then later you get the negative stock market results when your account balance is the lowest. Or maybe you get unlucky. And the top end of that light blue area, these are the folks that got lucky. The bottom part of the pale blue area, these are the folks that got unlucky. They got bad returns early in their journey, and then later they got the good returns, but unfortunately their balance was the highest at the beginning. So you don't want to be there, but even with that, those folks still have $1 million in this example to leave as a legacy behind. And if they're in the lucky category, they have over $7 million to leave behind. And the median is that dark blue line, half do better, half do worse. And they have about $3 million. So they have more money after 30 years than they did when they first retired. Okay, so that's what it looks like for somebody with $2.5 million. What about for somebody with $5 million? So the $2.5 million a year people, $2.5 million in savings, those people are spending about $150,000 a year. What can somebody with $5 million spend? So again, I go back to Honest Math, and I'm just changing the name. Instead of 2.5 million, 65 and retired, it's 5 million. Notice that Social Security stays the same. And the reason it stays the same is that's the maximum. You cannot get any more than that. So that stays the same. Then I go into the portfolio section. I just changed that from 2.5 million to 5 million. I go into expenses. I'm going to see what $20,000 a month looks like instead of $12,500. Why isn't it double? It isn't double because the Social Security didn't double and their tax rates are going to be higher. So I think $20,000 is going to be about the right number. And when I do the Monte Carlo simulation, we can see here, for a family with about $5 million, this is probably what they want. The median, half do better, half do worse, have a little over $6 million 30 years later. So they're leaving a nice legacy behind. The ones that are fortunate have about $15 million to leave behind. And the unlucky people have about $2 million to leave behind. So Honest Math is a good tool for a YouTube video for me to share this with you. But if you're wondering what your life is going to look like, if you want to plan, I urge you, don't use a high-level tool like this. Use a tool that's designed for you. Many people will use Google Sheets or they'll use Excel. I want you to use a tool that's more robust, but also easy to use. And the software that I like that's designed for people like you and I is called Bolden. It used to be called New Retirement. If you use this link for Bolden here, you'll be supporting the channel. And if you like this video, the next video of mine that I think you'll enjoy is 8 things to stop doing in your 60s in order to enjoy your journey until you retire more. Thanks for watching this video. Bye-bye.